So I'm making this video just to point out the hypocrisy of liberals, because many, as you know, they claim what they claim to be is not what they are. They're just a bunch of tyrants disguised as angels, claiming to help society. It gets annoying after a while. I'm not sure if you guys are. Surely just by making this video, I'm gonna get messages saying I'm a racist, a homophobe, Islamophobe, and a bunch of bullshit, personal personal attacks from liberals, because they have nothing else other than attack their opponents just by saying that, because they have no arguments in the first place. They just make them up. They inhabit Western universities, any place where their argument, their opinions don't have to be tested on reality, based on reality. That's where they inhabit. That's why they don't predominate radio talk shows, because they cannot debate them. They find shelter in universities where they can easily brainwash young people who don't have any clue about the world. They just brainwash them. You can easily just tell by watching the video from California, the university professor who was calling the Republican Party a bunch of old white men. It's pretty dumb. They claim the majority of black people vote Democrat, but they are for vouchers. But the Democrats don't want them to be, aren't for vouchers. They want them to be in failing public schools to keep them dependent on the Democratic Party. It just shows how classless they are. It's mostly Chris Matthews, a white liberal. He's the most racist of them all. But mostly the ones who have never encountered any racism are the ones most vehemently claiming that there is racism in America, claiming Tea Partiers a bunch of racist. It's pretty dumb. It's like Chris Matthews says he's for blacks, but he went to a wedding and there are basically no black people. It's just all white people. And if you're black and you oppose affirmative action, they're gonna call you, the liberals are gonna call you a traitor to your class. They say they're for gay marriage, and if you oppose gay marriage for any reason, they're gonna call you a homophobe. But Muslims who oppose gay marriage, the liberals don't say anything. They keep their mouth shut because they keep kissing their ass. Like, oh, I'm sorry we offended you. They're a bunch of feely, oh, I'm offended type of people. They live in a children world. The only reason they don't oppose Muslim or Sharia law is because the majority of Muslims are brown skinned. If they were white, I'm sure they would be opposed to, just as Mormons are attacked by liberals because the majority of them are white. And they're kissing their ass. They dominate Europe. Just look at Europe. Europe is dominantly ruled by liberals, and look, it's going to hell. The welfare state is going to crash. It's becoming more Muslim. Sharia law is gonna become the law of the land, and a generation, 50 years from now. And yeah, it's like Winston Churchill says, an appeaser, someone who wishes that they'll be eaten last, to paraphrase him. Liberals are always appeasing the world, the evildoers, the people who commit crimes against humanity, but in the end they're gonna be eaten as well. Iran, why does a country who has a bunch of oil and within its borders need nuclear energy? It's just a facade for the real end, and just like the Western left just believes it. They're so blind to the truth. It's like the Munich of our time. I'm sure there will be consequences soon, because Iran wants Israel out of the map, wiped out of the map, and Netanyahu, the Israeli prime minister, knows that, and he's like the Winston Churchill of our time. He sees what's on the horizon, the danger, but like the Western elites, the liberals of the West, don't believe that. They're the Chamberlains. Obama's the Chamberlain of our time as well. He sucks up to Iran. He wants to appease them. Poor bastard doesn't know what he's talking about. Doesn't know what he's doing. That's supposing Obama warns you racist. That's how twisted the liberal mind is. They got it all. They got their heads up their asses. That's why the majority of Americans don't are seeing less and less of left-wing networks like CNN, MSNBC, because they know they're lying. Those networks are lying. That's why Fox News is getting up in the ratings, because he reports the world as it's happening. They call out the politicians. The liberals just whine and whine. Oh no, like they're just journalists and MSNBC, CNN claim their these guys say their news is true, objective, when it's really not. It's propaganda. The majority of Americans are starting to getting to realize that. That's why their ratings are plummeting. Piers Morgan, the British nut, saying that gun owners are crazy, pose a threat. It's like he should be deported, sent back to England where he came from. That British redneck, the British redcoat, and Tea Partiers are called extremist. I don't know what's so extremist about standing up for freedom, gun rights, limited government, not to overreach one's civil rights. And now Eric Holder, the from the Justice Department, he's gonna bring legal action against anybody who brings anything against Muslims, even if it's a genuine concern. It's like tyranny by political correctness. This is how America is going down the drain. I think we had to spread the word, because this is what George Orwell was predicting. It's like the best way to ruin a country is to change their history, strip out the meaning of what they were founded on, their values. Liberals hate the Constitution. They hate anything that's old. They hate the Bible, any wisdom. It's like they mistaken their emotions with reason. That's why they always say, I'm offended. They don't care about the results of their policies, as long as they feel good, as long as it lifts up their self-esteem. That's why they want to give trophies to people who finish last, because they don't want to hurt their feelings. They hate work. Karl Marx epitomizes everything that liberals want. Karl Marx didn't work. He depended on someone else, his colleague Hegel. He just wrote works, and liberals want to disintegrate the family. That's why they want single mothers. Because if you're a single mother, liberals want the government to step in and replace the father, and to provide those welfare checks, so you can be dependent on them, on the government. That's what liberals are. They don't want blacks to vote Republican. If you are, they're gonna go after you personally, dig up trash on you. But they don't dig up anything. They anything against Obama is silenced. When Bush's approval rating plummeted to 37% in March 2006, CNN's full blitzer went all over the airwaves online, all through the evening. But when Obama's approval rating just plummeted to the same 37% a few days ago, there's silence in the media. Silence. And why is it that Obama closes down the National Mall, the national parks for veterans, World War II veterans, but he keeps them open for immigration rallies? It's like You can see that he really has contempt for the American people. He's a left-wing nut. And they want to close down the Mount Rushmore. It costs more to shut down those things down to the services than keep them open, and they want to shut down the sea, the ocean in Florida during the government shutdown. And Obama, he rather negotiate. He prefers to negotiate with America's enemies, Putin, Russia, Iran, the supreme leader, their dumb supreme leader, the nut. Tyrant, instead of Republicans in the Congress. He has contempt for the rule of law. He cherry picks anything in the legislation that he wants, and executive orders like a tyrant. He sets a dangerous precedent for the future presidents, especially left wing from the Democratic Party. That's why liberals are afraid of Ted Cruz, because he's actually sent to Washington to clean up the mess. He said it himself. He didn't go there to make 99 friends. That's why the Republican establishment, there's basically no difference between them and the liberals. John Boehner, John McCain. John McCain is basically like Obama. We need to kick those guys out, because they're not interested in the American people. They're just interested in power and keeping it. The establishment. We need to bring real change in America through the legislative process, through the voters. That's why California is going down the drain. It's basically a shithole. Texas is like the shining beacon of the U.S. Thank God I live here, because if you live here, you ever come down to Texas, you're gonna see buildings being created, businesses being coming here, job growth going up. I live in Dallas, Texas, by the way. Just going downtown, I can see new apartments being created. Real estate is booming here. Businesses growing everywhere. They're all coming from California, where taxes are going up. Tax hikes, gasoline taxes, sales taxes are going up. Yeah, that's basically, if Obama, like he said, if he had a son, he would be like Trayvon Martin. But if he had if he owned a state, it would look like California. If he had a state, it would look like Detroit, bankrupt. That's what America is going under Obama. Just look at Texas. It's like dominated by conservatives, low taxes, and it's booming. The economy is booming. Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, and Houston, they're all booming. Their economies are booming, leading the way. The oil boom, the oil industry is booming right now. America's will be energy independent within a few years, by the end of the decade, 2020. Obama, he wants renewable energy, a bunch of bullshit. He's pretty dumb. Left-wing environmentalist. They attack fracking when it's really good for the economy. Obama doesn't want that pipeline from Canada down to Texas. Killing jobs. He really is apologizing to the world, bowing down, kowtowing to emperors, to the Saudi king. He's on a world tour apologizing to Muslims, and they really don't care. They just have more contempt for him. Obama's less popular than Bush was in the Muslim world. Poor guy. He's like, Obamacare is trash. It's a disaster. It's been almost 3 weeks since the online website's been on, and it still hasn't any glitches. This is they're trying to control 1/6 of the American economy. This is like Friedrich Hayek said, the road to serfdom. And Alexis de Tocqueville said that the best way to enslave a people, to paraphrase him, is to act as if you're caring for them, give them treats to make them dependent. And that's what America is becoming. But it's up to us to resurrect those values that America was founded on. America had Obama, liberals have contempt for the American founding fathers. Anything, they hate Western values. They want to impose their socialist agenda on us. And that's pretty much a rant for today. America is becoming, thank God, more conservative, realizing what the tentacles of big government are out to get us more and more. And yeah, put it down what you think. Yeah, I'm sure liberals will be calling me out on this. You're a racist. Bullshit, they're just whiners. I ignore them. And yeah, stay tuned for more vids. And ciao. God bless America. I know I know liberals say that, so it gives me pleasure. God bless America. Bye bye.